Oh no.
It's cold.
It's okay. It's fine. You know what? This is probably good because you know what? In about a year and a half.
What are you saying?
Man.
I'm just trying to stay
In a year and a half, I'll be graduating. We can put this in a graduating video.
Okay.
Which will be the same as another video.
Shut up.
Ow.
In here, so you want to take some turtle.
They're walking on water.
Walking on water, walking on water. It must be so cold in that water.
Those two in the back are just taking a good old time.
Like thought speed of plane. And like,
Oh, this is so slow.
That's how it was implied.
what's with the
It's not that sweet.
gallons?
Exactly. That's why nice.
Gallons.
That's how we collect
Who
the
else is
sap.
tasting next?
I tasted already.
I have a piece of wood in my shoe.
That's something. To taste it and
It's like a diluted tea with a little
Wow,
bit
it looks like a Little Red Riding Hood.
that's something because like
No.
if I tasted that, like it'd be
Yeah.
tough to tell that it's
That's a
actually
great
sweet.
idea. Wait,
Like, it's
I got a picture of that.
Good.
Pizza pasta, you dip it in, and you taste it, and if you want another one, you get another piece of pasta.
It's so logical, isn't it?
Yes.
You think.
Yeah.
It's like bacon,
Kids,
like mustard.
no, kids don't know not to
Yes.
double
By the
dip.
way, one of them is motor oil, so
Oh, really? Good.
you test it out and figure out which one.
Good thing I've had motor oil, so I can taste it.
Hey, you used that joke already. I know it's
All right, which
You
one?
didn't
Are they all
hear
different?
anything.
All the same?
Yeah, they're all the same.
So can I just take a vial, just like go like
It's
this?
like
Yeah.
it's like if you're in if you're
I'm gonna switch the end, okay?
All right, that works.
it's like
Wow, cycling.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm a
I'm
tree hugger,
impressed.
bro.
Yeah,
Literally.
I would have never thought of that.
here's the saying that if
Wow.
you visit Russia, be careful going to a casino because they just call Russian roulette.
Nice.
It's very good.
See it closer.
Vlad, the most I might be working for the EPA, and then I can do a lot if we chase deer.
Maybe we are blocking its way from getting over to that gate. Maybe if we could open, I don't know if it'll figure it.
That's so beautiful. Whoa! Like some reindeer. Get some venison for that pancake, Henry.
You guys want to see what it looks like coming out of the tree?
Yeah.
This is the before, and it's about 6 to 8 hours to get to the after over there. So it's a lot of work, a lot of boiling, a lot of stirring.
Guys.
So that's why I tricked these guys into doing it for me. So we need an awful lot of sap to even do this. So if we start with 40 gallons of sap, we end up with 1 gallon of syrup. So we have to turn 39 gallons of water into steam. So that's what's happening back here. So it's really fun, like standing here stirring, it's like getting a spa treatment. Right, volunteers? Hey.
So it takes, you say,
These are the only guys standing out here who are warm today too, so.
Yeah. Best job.
So you said it takes 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, if you eventually, you're standing with the grand finale, you're starting it with the grand finale. This is like the final product. But if you go all the way down to the end of this path, you'll see, if you go to the right, you'll see the yellow buckets, and you go off the path. Feel free to take a bucket off of a tree and get a taste of the before and compare it to the after. And then marvel at the first people who kind of tasted that coming out of the tree and went, huh, what if I gathered 40 gallons, boiled it for 8 hours, maybe then I'll have something worthy of my flapjacks. The only other trees I know of that are commercially tapped are birch trees, and that's an 80-to-1 ratio. Basically, there's a family in Alaska that does it.
Too much.
Yeah. And they're,
Is it good for the trees to like sap them?
it's like giving blood. You know,
okay.
you'd be better off if you didn't. If no one stuck a needle in your arm. But if you do it the right way, you'll heal just fine, and then someone gets helped. The trees would be better off if we didn't stick anything in them. But if we do it the right way, and we actually go through a very similar process. We make sure the tree is old enough. And for maple trees, 40. They have to be 40 years old before you can put the first tap in.
Oh, wow.
And the way to do that is to actually, we go and we hug our trees. And if it's 14 to 15 inches across, at the rate maple trees grow, that's our best estimate to say it can be 40, so we can put one tap in.
So it takes 40 years for a maple tree to grow 15.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a long process.
How long do maple trees live?
We have some back here that are 120, so we can put 3 or 4 taps in them just because they're bigger around. But we're really not taking that much. If you want to visualize
Are
it,
all the same or they're not?
if this were an X-ray of the tree, you got your bark. So that's the garbage can. And then last year, the sugar was made by last year's leaves. So up in the leaves, the sugar was taken, the air we breathe out, sunlight, turning it into sugar, turning it into oxygen, and turning it into water that it pumps into the air. So when the sun started to go away in the fall, the tree drops its leaves and shuts down the sugar-making business. And so all that sugar went down to the very outside of the tree, next to your ring. And so imagine what forces would make that sap flow straight uphill from the roots of the tree all the way up to the very ends, the path of most resistance. What we know is it flows better on the sunny side of the tree. We know the freezing and thawing cycle is important. That's the pump that drives it up. But other than that, there's a lot of theories. We're not sure what makes it go. Trees aren't talking. There's one professor that is convinced it's all underground. That if you cut the tree off at the base, the water gets pumped out of the stump. So his theory is like the ground is freezing and thawing and is like squeezing the roots like toothpaste tubes and driving it up. There's other theories that the sun is kind of activating the gases that are left in the tubes and they're expanding or making vacuums and driving it up. We also know water when it freezes expands. So it could be expanding, contracting, and kind of inchworming its way up. There could be residual vacuum left over from when the leaves fell off. We're not sure.